Hello everybody, welcome to the live stream. I'm hoping my audio is coming through well. Just going to check, make sure I'm live, which I think I am. Looks like I am. Great, awesome. If you're here, say hello. If you're not, then and you're watching this later, cool. Welcome to another live stream where I'm going through my 30 or so favorite coins that are listed on Poloniex and doing some technical analysis on them all. My last video was this one here, 5 ways to grow Bitcoins in cryptocurrency, so check that out if you haven't already. But as always, I'm going to first pick a winner from that that video to win a Clamcoin for free. So we've got 7 comments on there. Not a lot of those comments have Clamcoin address, so we'll see who wins. Great. And he hasn't, Dylan Luke Dornan hasn't included his Clamcoin address, so I don't know what to do. Maybe I'll just jackpot the Clamcoins. So instead of 1 Clamcoin to be won for my next video, we'll make it 2. So if you chuck a comment in underneath here, whether it's during the live stream or whether it's afterwards, the next video I do, which will probably be Wednesday or Thursday, I tend to do 2 a week, will win 2 Clamcoins. So make sure you include your Clamcoin address underneath there. Okay, let's begin. It's been a crazy week. I mean, every week's a crazy week with cryptocurrencies, but this week in particular has been crazy. And ADA is my first coin. Oh, what I'm also going to do from now on is I've got a spreadsheet here. I'm just going to note down a prediction in each of these coins, and then next week I'll check that prediction with how it actually went for the week or for the month. It's just to make my journal a bit more streamlined and kind of get an understanding of how my mind works when it comes to trading and what sort of behaviors I can modify to improve. Excuse me. Okay, great. So, just one moment before I get into it. There we go. Cool. Alright, so ADA, let's have a look. Now, we already know with ADA that there's this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, because I still have the little arrows that I've left on here. I just want to delete them and get a real clean look at this chart and see what it looks like here. I mean, it's just been crazy with Bitcoin having this giant kind of run up and, subsequent correction there, which it needed to have, of course. I wish it didn't, but it did kind of need to have it. But it really hit those altcoins hard as it's run up. And the bad thing is that not a lot of the altcoins have come back as it's kind of corrected. So it sucks because, when Bitcoin's driving up really hard and fast, altcoins are kind of feeling the pain. And when Bitcoin's crashing down, altcoins also feel the pain. Altcoins generally really succeed when the market is in Bitcoin and USD is relatively stable. That's when altcoins take off. If we look at the relatively stable comparatively history of Bitcoin through this section here, I mean, yes, it's doing a huge run up, but comparatively to this recent huge run up, you can see that altcoin, especially with ADA, has had this incredible run up where it's reached huge highs and subsequent falling throughout here. What we're looking for now, though, is, and what I'm learning about in this cryptocurrency course that I'm doing, I've chucked a link in the description if you want to check it out, is basically we're looking for the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, the turnaround in the market. So I've hidden the background there. Just want to get a little arrow here so I can put in place this 1. Probably call that the 2 and 3. I'm just going to chuck this on a 12-hour candle here. I can't do that yet. No worries. Well, I guess we're keeping it on 1 day. Yeah, okay, cool. So we've got this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. You could even call that the 2 and that the 3. ADA has really broken through at the 2 mark. So the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, what tends to happen is as it passes this 2 level, it has a significant spike up, and then it can continue upwards. You want to be buying at this 2 level, but this one here in ADA has done a fake out breakout, and I imagine we're going to be seeing a lot of those similar formations in the rest of these 33 coins because of the giant Bitcoin run up that we've seen. What I do like about ADA is that with this bottom here, if you see the subsequent bottom from this top, it has failed to reach the same levels of the past. So you can see these bottoms are moving higher and higher every time, which is definitely a positive and bullish move for ADA. So I'm just going to delete some of these arrows here and have a better look. So we really, yeah, I'm a little bit bullish on this. I want to really write down a prediction for coins if I kind of see something that I like, and I definitely do like it here. I'm going to say that around the 3600, 3700 Satoshi mark is really where you want to be getting in on this particular coin. Right around here somewhere. If it is passing and breaking through this point, it could get a lot more bullish. So I'd say entry point would be about 3700. Just going to note that down in the predictions. And we'll call that to pump, because a lot of these coins do like to pump up pretty quick. That's an interesting coin. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I might actually buy some of that throughout the week. I'm going to monitor that closely and see what happens. Let's have a look at Bitcoin Cash. This was an interesting coin, this one. Get rid of these arrows here. And let's go to the 3-month view first of all. It's had an incredible spike up here. If we chuck the Bitcoin view in the background, it's got this kind of opposite reaction to Bitcoin. Obviously, that's not unlike similar, a lot of other altcoins, but Bitcoin Cash is particularly interesting with this huge community and this huge run up behind it. Although I'm not bullish on the long term on it, it does present an opportunity for traders to make some quick money. I'm just going to hide that Bitcoin in the background here and have a good look. So we've got a really deep bottom here where it just absolutely got hammered. And I did buy back into Bitcoin Cash. Where did I buy? I bought back, I sold at around the 15-16 I believe, and I bought back in right at around the 11 mark here, thinking that that was probably as far as it would go down. Of course, it's gone a lot lower, so I do need a nice run up here to break even on that, and I do definitely see that happening. But when? That's the question. I'm going to pop the 2 probably closer to there. It's a very quick run up, and that'd be the bottom. So it's got this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, and it is kind of getting close to it. If it does get past the 0.1 again, I'd say that this would turn into a bullish trend. I'm just really not sure. Bitcoin is so uncertain at the moment, and it kind of places a lot of uncertainty around the altcoins as well. To indicate let's move on to black coin here. By the way, if you have a coin that I'm not looking at and you'd like me to have a look at, please chuck a comment underneath. It's a new YouTube channel, so I love to read the comments and generally reply to everyone. And of course, make sure that you chuck your Clamcoin address in there as well, so that I can give you a free clam if you win. That's a beautiful 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. You can see that the 1 is the lowest point. In case you're not familiar with the 1, 2, 3, 1 is the lowest point. The 2 is the subsequent high from that low point. And the 3 is where it tries to go lower. The bears try and push it lower again, and it fails to reach the same level as this 1. If it does reach this 1 level, we count that as the new 1, or if it goes down further than that, we'll count that as the new 1, and we start the process again. But if it does fail to reach it, you get what's known as the 3 on the 1, 2, 3 bottom. And now we see a run up, and if the run up starts to pass the 2500 mark, we'll see potentially a nice bullish move on Blackcoin. I'm going to note that down here as well. 2500 sats for bull move. That's nice. That looks really good. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. I don't currently have any Blackcoin, so it might be a really good time to get in as well. BitShares. And call me crazy, but there's that drop again, just like the majority of the coins had over this last week. Just going to quickly get rid of those lines there. And this would be the new bottom. I do have some BitShares still. I probably shouldn't have held on to them. I should have cut my losses when I had the chance. I bought in at around 1500, so a big drop there. Probably a bit more than I should have tolerated, but I am long on BitShares, and I do believe there's a big turnaround in the market, especially with Bitcoin due for a bit of stability. I'm hoping that these next weeks will, be a little less tumultuous, but of course with the incoming Chicago exchange, futures exchange, things could get even hairier, so we'll be hanging on. I, of course, will never sell my Bitcoins that I hold until they're $1 million. But until then, I'll trade these altcoins and try and make some more Bitcoins. There's the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, in case you can't see it there. And it's really up to the bulls to push it past this 1300 mark. If they can push it past the 1300 mark, BitShares may be looking positive again. 1300 sats for bull move. And I'll just put in there that I bought in at 1500. So I'm currently at a loss on that one. Just going to get rid of this. Making sure you guys can see me. I'm just going to check here. Yes, cool. Okay, maybe I can get rid of this stock RSI and move this up a little bit. There we go. Okay, let's move on to Clamcoin. One of my favorite coins, and if you missed the start of the video, make sure you pop a comment underneath with your Clamcoin address so I can send out a free clam to a lucky winner. Here's a big drop. As Bitcoin had this huge run up, it really had strong support around this 70,000 Satoshi mark, and it's just fallen through the floor once it's gone past that. I hold some clams, so it's never good to see a drop like this, but it is going to happen when there's such a giant bull market in Bitcoin. 1, 2, 3 bottom formation, so nice looking. 51,000 Satoshis would be the mark to buy in for bull move there. So I'll be keeping a note on that one as well, just to buy a little more. Why not? Civic. Now I do remember from last week that this was reaching new lows. Would have been probably around this mark here that I did the analysis last time. And new lows means that the 1, 2, 3 is not forming well. We do have a little bit here, but if I go back, I just want to go back to a little bit of a longer view, maybe a 1 month. This is not really strong enough here to... kind of tempted to do that, but it's really not a strong 1, 2, 3 bottom, especially with a 30-minute chart. We move it to the 4-hour, see things a little bit clearer, and it just keeps hitting new lows. I don't like this. Really would like to see this take it easy, trace back, maybe hit the 1800 Satoshis, do a little mini bowl formation here, and then start a trend upwards. But I do not think that this is going to be going bullish. I'm going to make a note just in case it does turn around here, that around maybe 2300 Satoshis, if it goes through that, then it could get bullish. I'll put in brackets here, unlikely. That's just because that's my prediction. Next coin is Dash Coin. Dash Coin's beautiful. One of the top coins on coin market cap. Huge market cap. A lot of holders of this coin because, of course, there's the big incentive to hold this coin. It's a masternode coin. So with this, I just want to explain this as well. As this has run up, normally you'd say that this would be the 2, right? Because it is higher. But just because this candle is so long and there's an immediate candle following it crashing back down, I actually wouldn't count that as a breakthrough just yet. It needs to be a little more solid to break through that point. Had a really strong run up there. So I'd say that's the 2, that would be a 3. So maybe breaking through around 0.08 Bitcoin, 0.08 Bitcoin would be the move. For bull move. Decreed or decred. So I did buy into this coin as well. I did a trade in a couple of weeks ago, and it has reached lower lows. So I thought it had some support around here, which it really didn't have. It seems to be breaking through here, which could mean a bit of a bullish trend for it. But this would be the new number 1 on a market turnaround, and that means we just really need to wait and see what happens. I wouldn't be confident trading again with this particular coin until it gets up to these sort of levels, 67, 6800. If it does get up there, of course, I'll be able to sell mine for a profit, and currently holding those ones for a loss. Just note down the range there of the bullish run, 670,000. Great. Next coin, Dogecoin. Doge. Love Dogecoin. Started as a joke, still kind of is. We had this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation forming, but it's so hard to see because of the minute levels of movement in this coin. It is moving though, and I did buy in at 17 Satoshis, and I bought in again at 20. So I'm probably averaging out around where it's at now. I do see another bullish run, and I say this every time I show Dogecoin, but look at this. Look at the money that can be made in this run. A run like this from 17 Satoshi, where it's at now, all the way up to 160. That is ridiculous return, and I would love to be on that train if it does start to take off. Of course, you'd want to be selling not all of it at 160 Satoshis. You'd want to have sell orders kind of blotted all the way along at every resistance point. You'd want to have sell orders placed. So you'd have one here, you'd have one set at 79 or so, you have another one set at around 140, and of course one right up the top. And you'd have sell orders maybe placed just quarter a quarter of your holdings at each one. And then if it doesn't make it to the top one, that's fine. You still made a decent profit. And yeah, but you don't want to be missing out. You don't want to have all your orders placed right up the top and then miss out. That's something that happened to me recently with Coin. I had orders set for 103 Satoshis. That's where previous resistance was. And I got greedy. I really wanted to hit that top mark. And what ended up happening is it hit 102 Satoshis. I missed out on a very profitable trade by one solitary Satoshi. That didn't feel good. But still holding that coin. Yeah, I'm hoping for another run soon. Ethereum. Okay, this is interesting. So we have Ethereum here in the maybe around a month view hitting new lows. It's got some support around this line here. And you can see it even tried to hold that support, but then it broke through and eventually weakened to very, very lows, new lows. Haven't seen those sort of lows in Ethereum in yonks. Wow, going back all the way through to April, here we go, March 2017, which is like 100 years in crypto years. Let's have a closer look though. If we go to maybe the 1 hour chart, we can kind of see a 1, 2, 3 bottom forming. The bulls are taking over a little bit. In fact, we've probably already seen the 1, 2, 3 here if you go the shorter term vision. 1, 2, 3, it's tended to break out at the 0.03 Satoshi mark. It has gone higher, and you can see it's kind of finding a little bit of support around here. The EMA has also crossed over. I would say this is a nice bullish run. Now, I didn't type anything in for Dogecoin. I'm just going to pop in here watch because I really don't know what's happening with that one. But with Ethereum, I do see a bull run happening and probably hitting resistance at around 0.039 Satoshi. Bull run imminent. I'm going to spell this wrong. Imminent resistance at 0.039. That looks nice. Okay. Expanse coin. Or Expanse just. I don't think it's even Expanse coin. Ooh, that's nice. And you can see here already, it looks very similar to Ethereum now. We don't have the EMA crossing over with this one yet, so maybe holding off a little while longer. But we do have, let's put the 1, the 2 there. You could say that's the 2 and that's the 3. You could say that's the 2 and that's the 3. But ultimately it's just a little bit too short term for my preferred strategy. I think with Expanse for now, I'm going to have to leave that as a watch. Even though it's kind of, it's really trying to get back there. I'd really want these two lines to cross over. Or at least get a bit closer together. They're just way too far apart at the moment for me to risk anything on this coin. So what's around, it would really have to break through this level 15,000 Satoshi for a bull run, and of course then it's going to hit the resistance at around 17, 18. So I don't like this one. I think I'm going to have to just put a watch in the journal for that. Factum. Excuse me. Alrighty. Factum. Gonna have this 1, 2, 3 here. This is where I previously marked it, and it failed to reach this 2 level. can see that it kind of went 1, 2, 3, tried to get back up there, and it just couldn't make it, and so it's kind of fallen back. And of course, this most recent 24, 48 hours has been tumultuous for Factum, like a lot of altcoins. So we'll have to remove these arrows here and put in some new ones. That will be the new one, and we'll have to wait and see for the 2 and the 3 to arrive there. Again, another watch on that one. Folding coin. Oh my god, I made such a dumb move on this one. I saw this 1, 2, 3 bottom. It failed to break out at the 160 mark, but then it did. It did, and I was already out of it. I thought, nope, it's failed to break it. I'm gonna sell. It's finished. And then look at it. It just mooned. And this is a situation where the popcorn trading strategy from Doug at Lumbridge City, he's the one running the course. If you want to check it out, it's in the description. He recommends this. He's got a great video on the popcorn trading strategy that I'd recommend everyone checks out. Basically, it's what I described earlier in Dogecoin, where you're setting these sell orders at previous resistance bands, maybe there, and as it's going higher and higher, you're selling a portion of your holdings. And so if it moons very huge, you're basically unloading and changing it up for Bitcoin and making a nice profit, with the understanding that those sort of huge levels generally tend to be pump and dump, which means you can make some quick money and then buy back into the coin for a longer term position once it calms back down. And that's how you trade, and that's where the money's made, and that's what I want to learn to do. With folding coin, the 1, 2, 3 bottom formation now would be the buy signal for folding coin. A buy at this sort of level will be positive. You can see the 1, the 2, the 3 here, and then it's broken through the 160 mark and gone for a bullish run. What tends to happen then is it tends to kind of come back and retest on that same line around the 160 before making off further. So I'll make a note of that. Buy, goodbye. Oops, I should learn to spell. Goodbye at 160 sats for bull run. Now I'm just going to make a note of that. I don't think I'll actually go and buy some folding coin because I want to know what happens there. I'll just paper trade that one and pop into my journal that I would buy it at that mark, and that way I can test to see if my theories come true. Game credits. Cool idea. Have a cryptocurrency for gambling. It's probably one of the most regulated industries when it comes to collecting payments, that and a few other kind of high risk industries, and that's where cryptocurrencies really have a great use case. 1, 2, 3 in the short term. We really need to wait for it to hit that 3, and it'll probably be around this level. I'd say that a good buy would be at the 3 level if we're hoping for it to go higher, but you'd want to have a stop loss set at maybe around 93. Might take a risk on game credits. It does seem like it's getting this low formation out of the way, although I don't think I will. It's not really my trading style. I want to wait. I want to wait until it gains a little more strength before I buy into it. That's the one. I think I'm just going to put a watch on this one and see what happens. Not confident the games is turning around. Although, you know, there's a temptation there to get in while it's cheap. But ultimately I need to stick to my strategy. 1, 2, 3 previously in this one, and it did have a nice run up. Gnosis. And it's crashed through the floor, hitting a new low. So we'll place the new 1 down there. And we'll just see what happens with that particular one. I'll put that on a watch as well. GNT. Just quickly pop this on a watch. GNT. Let's change that to the 1 hour, have a closer look. 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. Needs to kind of get through this 2500 threshold for a real bull run. But again, things are a little uncertain with this one. I do like that it's kind of almost turned around here and just got smashed into the ground when Bitcoin was going for its crazy run, 48 hours or so ago. And, or maybe a bit longer than that. It's more like a few days now. But, do like that the big long bear market in this particular coin has kind of slowed down here, so it might be a good opportunity to buy in. Let's have a look. That'd be the 1, that'd be the 2, that'd be the 3, and then we'd really need it to get past this level here. I'd say around 24. I mean, ideally you'd want it to go past its previous resistance band, but yeah, let's say that. Go to the low risk option here, 2500 Satoshi. Same as Blackcoin, 2500 Satoshi for a bull move on Blackcoin and on GNT, Golem Network Token. LBRY credits. I'm long on this coin in the long term. It's a cool idea. I'll have to do a video with some more info on some of these coins, but oh, look at that. This is prediction yonks ago. Well, that kind of proved to be correct. Glad I didn't buy that. So let's go into the 1 month view and change that to the 4 hour. And let's have a look at what's happening. It's got this nice support line around this level. You can see it briefly crashed through, but it has regained some support. It's around 1800. It's right on that line too. I'd say that's a pretty good buy. And if you wanted to do some swing trading, buy in at around this level where it's at now, around 1800, and maybe put a sell order in for 21 and another one for 26. So we would buy at 1800, sell 23 and 26. Just confirm that. Yeah, around 23, or maybe, yeah, 23. And no, I'd probably say get rid of the 23 sell, put a sell at 2500 Satoshi, and then maybe another sell at around 3.1. I might actually go ahead and execute that one after this video. Buy some LBC. It's nice and cheap at the moment, and you can tell that it's sitting on the support beautifully. Now, if Bitcoin continues the way it's going now, which is kind of a bit of uncertainty in the market, and it seems to be dipping a little lower, then that could see the rise of library credits again, which I would love to see. And of course, all of these trades are done against Bitcoin. So any profit that you're making from these trades is profit in Bitcoin, which is what we want. 1, 2, 3, and then it failed and crashed through. That would become the new one. We can delete these positions, and we will have to wait and see on Lisk. LTC, Litecoin now, I know through the forums from the digital currency trading course that I'm doing. A lot of the guys in that forum were on Litecoin in this big run up. Had some good tips coming through there, and that is far out. That's a nice run up. That's a double up in less than 24 hours. Imagine doubling your Bitcoin holdings. Of course, you'd never risk all of your Bitcoins on one trade, but wow, that would be nice. So we have a nice bull run for Litecoin it seems to have broken through and is holding. Well, I mean, you probably couldn't call that holding at this level, but it does seem to be liking staying around the 0.01 Bitcoin. You can see it's bounced off of this a few times in the past. If we take this support line, we pull it back here, you can see it's come down, it's hit that 0.01 level. It's gone back up, hit that 0.01. And regularly going up to 0.02. I would say that if you're buying Litecoin at under 0.01 Bitcoin, you've done a good job. You've picked up a bargain. I would set your sell orders to mitigate some risk, maybe at 0.012, and then maybe the bulk of them at around the 0.017, 0.018, that sort of level. Really make some money there. And Litecoin's just one of those coins that it's not going away anytime soon. It's not leaving. It's got a huge community. It's got a big movement behind it. What would I say about this in the notes other than I don't own any? I'd like to. I might pick up some at 0.01. But it's not really my trading style at the moment. I'm really trying to learn this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation and perfect it before I move into different sorts of patterns and indicators, and I'm pretty determined to stick with that. So I might just put a watch on Litecoin, although I will just make a quick note here that buy sub and then cool. Alright, OMG. OMG coin, alright. Another coin with similar support right around this level, and we saw this with Clams, we saw this with Litecoin, we saw this with a bunch of them. They kind of get this really nice support where it touches many times, kind of bounces off, flails, get backs down to it, and then once it breaks through, it's no good. It's not good news for the coin. It goes lower and lower and lower, and we really need to see these two lines cross back over for us to see a bull run, or to see a very clear 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. And if we can see that sort of formation, then we can it's a strong indicator that it may be turning around. Of course, it doesn't always happen that way, and we saw that here with this particular bottom formation. That's the 1, that's the 2, that's the 3, and then it's failed to come back up. And this is exactly why we wait until the price hits this 2 level before we buy in for the bull run. Gonna have to wait and see on this particular one. Wait, did I miss that? Did I? Navcoin I missed. Well, let's not miss Navcoin. We'll have a quick look at this one. Nice support, look at that, and it's still staying on it, surprisingly. I love this coin. It's got such support around this level at 10,000 sats. I may just go ahead and buy this. Potentially do a place some sell orders around these sort of levels, the 13,000 and 16,000 levels, but you can see it's even got this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation happening. This coin is a buy for me. Let's change this to the 1 hour so we can get a little more granular on it. Now these kind of crazy swings here are not exactly what you want to see, but look at that. That looks Beautiful. So we really need to wait. I'm going to buy in at if it starts to break this level, 11,600. Uh, 13k and 16k sells. That's nice. I'm going to keep my eye on that. Alright, we've already done OMG, so let's go to rep Augur. I did buy into this coin. That's been a fail. Much like a few other of my previous trades in these particular alts using this pattern. Doesn't always work, and this is why it's so important to close your positions. Look at this, it's just done this 1, 2, 3 beautiful bottom formation. It's done a fake out breakout here. It's popped up, come back down. It's tried again for it, and then it's failed ultimately and come back down to new lows. It's not words that you want to hear in trading, new lows. But there's a resistance band there. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch on rep to see what happens. I'm not too sure about that one. Sia coin. Some people say Sia coin. Ooh, that looks nice. Look at this support level. 45 support beautifully. It's bounced off it a couple times at the start here. It's gone up to form this 1, 2, 3 bottom formation. It's stayed at this level, crashed back through, touched that support line again. And I'm hoping that this bad boy runs back up, because I still got those sell orders set at 103. See here, 102 it reached. Very disappointed that I was 1 Satoshi off that nice sale there. And I wasn't watching it closely, so I didn't pick it up to sell there. I thought it might come back, and lo and behold, it's come back down to where I bought it in at. I bought it in around 53 Satoshi. So I am in a little bit of profit now, but I do want to wait and sell that for my original 103 levels and make a little bit of money on that. For the future, what's going to happen with this particular coin? I do like the support it's getting. I do like that it's got this secondary support around this 50 level. So I will say that this will potentially go up to around 70, around this level, 73, 72. $73.